What's up, everybody? This is Travis Gafford here at the 100 Thieves Cash App Compound. I'm trying to honor their brand with this intro. Also, the Rocket Mortgage League of Legends training room is right behind us, correct?
Nailed it.
Okay. Also, this is brought to you by Alienware. All the brands. Either way, I'm joined right now by Ron Jobinson, who is the president of 100 Thieves, also known as John Robinson, but you can call him Ron Jobinson based off of his Twitter handle. First time ever doing, how many interviews have you done before this?
I've done a fair amount of interviews, but I think this is the first time we've ever had a chance to talk before.
And that's what I was going to say. I requested an interview with you 2 years ago because a lot of people, obviously Nadeshot is very much the face of the brand, but you're behind the scenes, and those of us in the industry know that you're doing all the wheeling and dealing, and a lot of the business side falls on you. So why now? Why have you started to come out of the shadows?
Well, Nadeshot's sick today, so.
Okay.
No. I mean, yeah, when we met the first time, it was like Nadeshot and I kind of had a deal that he was going to be the face of the franchise and he was going to handle all the public stuff. And I was much more comfortable just in the back. But Matt's obviously kind of encouraged me. He's added me to some of his YouTube videos, and now it felt like the right time.
Yeah. What did you do before this for the people that don't know? And is this kind of a strange departure for you as you're now becoming more of a personality in these YouTube videos and interviews and stuff?
Yes, this is definitely a big departure from a public standpoint, but I've been in games my entire career. I worked at EA for a long time, and then I actually ran my own indie game studio. So my background's really in game development and design. So yeah, moving over to esports, so couldn't be happier.
I mean, how much, because this is a question I'm honestly asking without knowing, how much of this whole thing is something that is you're used to in terms of just the brand and culture side? Because so much of this is Nadeshot's identity, right? Like everything from just the apparel that you guys do and sort of that streetwear thing. I mean, how much streetwear did you wear before 100 Thieves was part of your life?
Yeah, so before this, I'd actually lived in San Francisco, and I'd actually worked for a professional sports team before, but I'd also advised a couple like men's apparel companies. So okay. I was familiar with all this stuff, but the entertainment and YouTube stuff, totally brand new to me.
Well, regardless, so we're here. This is the first day that you guys are opening this up. I know I heard you guys have been using it for a little bit. Papa Smithy was saying you guys have been training in there, but first kind of official unveiling. What has it been like for you kind of preparing for this and building out the studio, this space, and how long has it taken to get to this point?
Yeah, I mean, Matt and I started in the Rocket Mortgage team house in Venice 2 years ago. And it was just us in a bedroom with, like Afro and the guys playing downstairs. And so as the business has grown, it's like our dreams of what a home for 100 Thieves would look like has just gotten bigger and bigger. And you're kind of seeing that today now with the 4 rooms plus all the streaming stuff and the studio. And yeah, it's pretty incredible. I feel very, very lucky that we actually pulled this off and made it happen.
Well, one of the things that's very unique to me in hearing you guys talk about this morning and sort of seeing the press release, I've seen this a little bit in Europe, but I believe this might be the first time where you guys are planning on sort of creating a public element to this facility where people can come in and purchase stuff when you guys do drops, and maybe you do fan meets or signings and stuff. Most of the time, the teams and orgs try to keep their location private, and it's really just like a private business operation. So what inspired that, and was that a big factor in choosing this location?
Yeah, 100%. So we only looked at locations that would be like on really busy public-facing streets, but more it's kind of like 100 Thieves ethos that we want to be really transparent, public-facing. Obviously, this comes from Matt and his background. And so for us, it was like we knew we wanted to do retail drops. We knew we wanted to give our fans like a chance to come in. Like whenever we've done fan meets or signings or seen our fans at tournaments, like I don't know, they have so much love for the brand and the team. We wanted to like kind of like reciprocate that and give them an opportunity to come see us.
So I have not seen the TSM facility yet. I think it's still being developed. Mm-hmm. I hear that's supposed to be quite big. But to date, this is definitely, I think from a square footage perspective, the biggest facility that I've been in for what a team has been doing. Why go so big?
So as kind of like we've grown over the last 2 years, we actually, the scale and scope of what we needed has also grown. I think when we first started looking a year ago, we were like, do we need 8,000 feet, 10,000 feet? Started adding more teams, our apparel business started taking off, and then with Gabe and everything that we've done on the content side, like launching podcasts, docuseries doing well, Heist doing well, we were like, let's build an amazing production studio, and so that required an extra, 3,000, 4,000 square feet. So that's how we ended up where we are today.
And Jackson, I think during the tour mentioned that the production studio alone came in at around like $500,000 in terms of what you guys have invested into that to build that out. I think there's a long conversation to be had, which maybe we don't have now, but the one that's been going on for a while is just how much money are teams spending and how sustainable is all this. So how much did you factor that in as you approach this, and how confident are you that the investments that you're making here are sustainable?
Sure. So we actually know from day one that this was a really smart investment, thanks to Cash App coming in and sponsoring it. Like Cash App has been, whenever we brought them ideas like the Courage and Nadeshot show or the Content House LA, they've stepped up and said, like, we love that idea, let's bring it to life. And so when we pitched them this idea of like this mega compound, before we'd even really gotten started, they were like, we want to be behind that, we want to support that, so that we actually knew it was already a good business decision. So it wasn't that much risk on our end, knowing that we had great partners, Cash App, Rocket Mortgage, Totino's, Red Bull, that were going to come in and support us here.
So would you say that the majority of the costs associated with the facility have been able to be covered through sponsorships and partnerships like that?
Yeah, 100% already, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
It's always very exciting for me when I hear an organization is running things, or at least certain projects, sustainably. So it's cool to see that.
We're not going anywhere. Like Matt and I were always like, we're here for the next decade, 2 decades, and like the last thing we want to do is be like a flash in the pan that like burns too bright and then just like, I mean, we've seen that happen with a couple other esports organizations, and I think that's like a cautionary tale. And that's definitely not going to happen to us.
Yeah, we have 30% new names in the LCS this year after just like 2 years of franchising. So when you look at stuff like that, does that make you nervous? Because obviously, if you're confident in your business, it might still be kind of damaging if leagues or teams in the industry start to fall apart or go by the wayside.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the new teams. Like, I don't think it's like anything to do with esports. I think it's just like, we'll see. I'm like excited to see what EG and the other guys do. Like, I think they've got, it brings like new, fresh energy to the scene. So yeah, LCS is going to be awesome. I can't wait for Saturday.
Is this a stressful 2 days for you? Because I know not only do you have this today, but tomorrow is the LCS owners meeting, and I hear that those are always exciting to be a part of. And so is it a lot for you to prepare for that tomorrow as well as this?
I think we're ready to roll. I've really been, I'm not going to lie, I've been focused mostly on this for like the last 9 months. So I'll have to do a little catch up to make sure I'm ready with good questions for the commissioner tomorrow.
Yes, exactly. I'm sure, and he loves good questions from what I hear. So is there anything you want to say to any of the fans out there, maybe about the compound that maybe we didn't get a chance to talk about?
No, we just hope that everyone's as excited as we are and that they're going to get a chance to come by and see it. But overall, after 2 years, obviously League was our first franchise that we ever got. So we've been really, really happy with the League community, really showing us a lot of love. And so, yeah, we're really excited to have, another great team this year. We're really excited to have Papa Smithy. And so, yeah, it's just a fan of that. Like, can't wait for LCS to get going.
I guess one last question. For League fans who maybe are watching this and they're like, when can I come visit the office or, check out the area? Is there any events coming up? Do you have anything planned?
First retail drop in February.
Okay, so February, people can find out. Either way, thank you so much for the interview.
But also, you're coming to our private party in
I haven't gotten the invite yet.
I sent you the invite.
It's to my email or over DM?
I think over DM, right?
Okay. I need to check again. Can I bring Broden?
Yes.
Okay. There you go. We've got verbal confirmation. Thank you for the interview. I will be here in just a short time. I think that date is probably secret, right?
I think we'll be announcing it soon. It's January 31st, but that's a private party. And then in February, we're actually going to open it up to all of our fans.
Well, I'll be here at the party. It'll be great. Either way, thanks so much for the invite to the party. I'm glad Broden can come. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Look at this watch. Look at that. That's my movement watch. I've got these shades. I don't need them right now because it's kind of overcast. But those are made by Movement. They sponsor our coverage along with Alienware. You can check out Movement in the video description below. You can save 15% off. They make some cool accessories. They're based out of LA. You checking them out helps me out and lets me continue to make content for you that you get to watch for free. So isn't that great? That's like a win-win for all of us.